Shadow the Hedgehog, the ultimate life form, the coolest edgy hedgie you have ever seen. Do I really need to introduce him that much? Like, people should know him by now. But I can go into it. So hey guys, gals, and pals, Chow here, and can I just talk about Shadow the Hedgehog for a bit? So, Shadow the Hedgehog was first introduced in Sonic Adventure 2, and this was my first video game ever. Like, not the first game I played, that belongs to, like, Skyrim and some older GameCube games. But it's the first one I ever owned myself, and it meant a lot to me. As a matter of fact, it's the only game I have that made it through my entire childhood. I still have my original save on a GameCube cartridge. It's a really near and dear part of me, and I don't know what I'd do without it. But if anyone doesn't know about Shadow, here's a little lore recap. So, over 50 years ago, Shadow was created on the Ark, which was a space station and research center, by Gerald Robotnik, who was Eggman's grandfather. Gerald made Shadow in the hope of finding a cure for Maria's illness, which was neuroimmune deficiency syndrome. And Shadow was supposed to be the cure for that, being made of, like, pure chaos energy and everything. After Shadow was made, him and Maria really quickly became best friends, and they became almost inseparable, doing, like, everything together. One day there was a gun raid, and everyone on the Ark except Shadow and Gerald died. Maria was brutally shot and killed in front of Shadow, trying to save his life. Skip to 50 years after, and Eggman found Shadow in a gun base, in like a stasis, and they team up. Shadow low-key manipulated Eggman to help him power up the Eclipse Cannon with the goal for revenge, just to destroy the world because the world took Maria from him. This was not helped by the fact that Gerald did kind of manipulate Shadow's memories just a tad after he went off the deep end. Sonic, of course, stopped this, and at the end, convinced Shadow to try and help Earth instead of, destroy it, which made Shadow remember his original promise to Maria, which was to help the world, not to destroy it. And then he, fell to the earth and died. Or so we thought. After this, in Sonic Heroes, he went through this "Am I a Robot" phase, because he was brought back by Eggman, and he wasn't sure if he was a clone or not, and that was an entire debacle that happened. And after that, in Shadow the Hedgehog 05, I'm pretty sure, is him figuring out he's related to Black Doom, this, big alien warlord, and he's supposed to destroy or enslave Earth, or something like that. He ended up killing all the aliens to protect Earth, again, remembering Maria's promise. In Sonic 06, he full circled into, an actual agent for Gun, helping Rouge and Omega with their team. And after that, he just goes into the background for a bit, until his next big game, being Shadow Generations. In this game, Shadow has to face his past again, and he ends up in White Space, which is this place devoid of time where it's the Generations hub from Sonic Generations, but with Shadow, hence the name. And there, he has to relive, some of his memories and stuff. But the worst part is that Maria and Gerald are there. So he has to look at them again, to be near them again, to talk with them again. Can you imagine how horrible that has to be, to go through that trauma all over again? But, at the same time, you have to imagine how nice that must be, to see someone you thought gone, to be able to say what you need to say, to make them feel better, to have one last talk with them, and make it a good one. And, of course, at the end of this, he has to save white space, and he has to watch Maria fade away into nothingness, forced to help Sonic and not stay with her. But after that recap, you should have a little bit of an idea about Shadow. If you want more information about him, I do have some deeper lore videos, and I will link them in the description. You should go check them out, because Shadow's lore is a lot more complex than I said, and it's really, really interesting, in my opinion. So, like, Shadow is just rule of cool turned to the max. I'm talking the whole red and black color scheme, the emo edgy style. I mean, he has fucking guns. I really just love this boy, and he's genuinely just so much more than emo Sonic. I mean, look at the Sonic movies. He's voiced by Keanu Reeves. It's nuts how cool this character can be. Yet, Sega, year after year, chose to shove him aside and let other people fall from their graces. And then they did whatever the hell Boom was, and I don't claim that Shadow is Shadow at all. Shadow still has just so much raw potential with everything he can do abilities-wise, everywhere he can go for story, all the character growth he has and will still go through. I'm so excited to see what Sega cooks up for him next, and I really can't wait to, like, just experience it again. Shadow is, was, and always will be my favorite Sonic character. Not just because of how he looks or how cool he is, but because he was a big part of my childhood. And I have a deep love for him. Hell, I have the Build-A-Bear. I got it before the Sonic movie 3 came out. I have an entire part of my wall that is just Shadow merchandise. But I really, really wanted to talk to him because I want more people to like him. So I just felt like yapping for a bit. Anyways, if you like this, maybe let me know and like this. I don't know. I'm not forced or anything. I like to see if people like my content. I'm not doing this for, like, the views or anything. I'm really not. I just really like talking about my favorite characters and my favorite things. And every like I get, I will pet my pet because he loves pets, and he's just a good boy, and everyone should get pets if they're a good boy. Anyway, I'll see you all later, and have an amazing day.